Hi guys, it's Harvey again from allparts.pool-and-spa.com. Today we're talking a little bit about Pentair heat pumps. Clearances are so important. I can't stress enough about clearances on heat pumps. They want to see free air and they want to see heat and humidity if you want them to run properly. Do not put them underneath decks because you want to save them and protect them from the rain and the weather and the salt air. They want to breathe. They want to be out in free air. All right? Again, read and understand your manuals on everything. Please, guys. Read and understand your manuals. Don't, try to follow me. I would like some followers. And, please do, if you have any questions, please do or send me photos and I'll give you my opinion on the photos. Again, it's my opinion. You do want to stay with local codes and your inspectors and everything else like that. But even they make mistakes. They're not. Town inspectors are not responsible for anything. Most town inspectors don't hold plumbing and electrical licenses. They're just certified by the state, and twice a year they go to school and they learn something. That's why I used to love pulling permits, and you see one inspector and you can tell right after school they're all, cocky about this one thing, and, they're really picking on it because they learned that on something on a code, continuous education. They got to go, they got to be learned, and they learn about a couple of things, and they pick on those couple of things. The best I can say on reading any of these manuals, you read it word for word. You don't put any words in before after it. You read it word for word. If you don't understand it, read it again, and it finally comes to sense. But anyway, this is a Pentair heater, and the reason why they don't want this over a roof overhang is because rain runoff can damage the fan motor, and the fan blade can bend the fan blade. You get a lot of runoff in this fan while it's running. It slows down the blade. You could have freeze up. You could start burning out your motor. So that's why you don't want it over the overhang. The other reason why you don't want it over the overhang, and they're asking for minimum 6 feet of clearance, because what happens is the cold air will get trapped in this overhang and it'll come down and it'll actually suck its own air. Heat pumps like hot to be hot, and it loves humidity. So if you want your heat pumps running right, read and understand your owner's manual and watch these clearances. These clearances are very crucial. So we couldn't, argument's sake, we shouldn't put a fence up right here. It needs minimum. Again, it's based on minimums. I'll say, well, okay, he wants 24 inches, so I can make 12. No, these are all based on minimums, all right? If you have more, great, all right? Less is bad, all right? I just want to show you. Open, airflow. It wants to see the atmosphere. It don't want to see overhang. It's wrong. In, not Kitty Hawk, but Kill Devil Hills, there's a big association, and they have like 6 heat pumps. And the guy was talking to me, and he said, well, the one heat pump works good, the other 5 work like crap. I said, well, let me look at it. I was working on a Stay-Right heater at the time, and I was curious why the other 5 looked bad. Well, he had them in a pump room where the underpinning was 2.5 feet past the heat pump. And all the heat pumps are lined up and there's no airflow. It's all tied up in this large pump room, okay? And they just can't breathe. And yeah, it's nice in the summertime when it's 98 degrees and 100% humidity out in the Outer Banks. Go in this pump room, basically, and it's nice and cool, no humidity. I mean, you spend hours in that pump room because it's gorgeous. I mean, it's 50 degrees and they're noisy and everything, but boy, is it great. But boy, they stink because they don't heat the pool. The one that's outside, boy, it works great. Why is that? Well, I showed the man the book and he just didn't understand. So just keep in mind, they got to breathe just like we do. Just if this was a human and we didn't do these things, just picture putting a bag over your head and closing it. You couldn't breathe and you'd die. I never suggest that you put a bag over your head because you will die. All right? Do not do something stupid like that to figure out, well, I wonder what he means and I'll put a bag over my head. Do not do it. Okay? Just simply do not do something that's stupid. So that's why I'm saying you want this to see free air. You want to see heat. And I can't express enough. I don't want to say put a bag over your head because there's so many people out there. Well, I wonder what he meant. Let me do it. And meanwhile, he winds up dead. Do not do something like that. Okay? I should have never mentioned it because I know everybody's laughing at me, but there's people out there that will watch these YouTubes and don't understand what a bag over your head will mean and go ahead and do it. Do not do it. You will die. Okay? You will die. No, you're not around. Nobody's here to help you. You will die if you put a bag over your head. So just don't do it. Don't try doing it. It just was an example. All right? Just don't do it. So, again, this needs minimum clearances. So if you had another heat pump, go to Pentair Part 1 and they'll show you clearances. These are minimums. Again, I am Harvey from All Parts Pool and Spa. This is my opinion. Do not forget about your local codes, getting everything inspected, knowing where your disconnects are, okay? Knowing where your gas shutoff valves are. Do they work? Have you tested them once a month? All right? And then it's about enjoying yourself. All right, guys? Again, this is Harvey from All Parts. Please read your owner's manual and understand your owner's manual, and you'll get a lot more life out of your products. I can't believe how many YouTubes I see just because I can already tell it was misinstalled, it's sucking air, the 90s before the pump hydraulically is wrong, and people don't understand why they're failing. All right? And again, it has to do with pool chemistry too. Take care, guys. Email me your questions at Harvey, All Parts, and I will try to answer them. Thanks.